every one of you auditions. Adrenaline flooded my veins. Cinderella. Maybe this year I would finally be chosen as the principal ballerina. I'd tried out for principal last year, but Violet had gotten the part. I'd been in the chorus, the corps de ballet. Violet was really good. Her posture was always ramrod straight, even as she walked the hallways of Marina Springs Middle School, where we both went. Her legs were long and graceful, and she kept her red hair perpetually pulled back in a knot, like she was ever ready to perform. I had to admit to her talent. It was her attitude that I'd never much liked. I could see it on her face now, the confident smirk smile that said she knew she was a shoo-in for Cinderella. At this year's auditions, I vowed silently, I was going to give her plenty of competition. Now for the second announcement. Ms. Faraday pressed her palms together. It pains me to say it, my dears, but I'm leaving you. My heart dipped to my toes. I'd known this moment might be coming. Ms. Faraday was elderly, and there had been rumors swirling around the conservatory that she would be retiring soon. But Ms. Faraday had been my ballet teacher for the past 8 years. I couldn't imagine dancing without her. Protests rose up in gasps and hushed noes. Ms. Faraday smiled sadly. I've been teaching nearly half a century, and it's high time I retired. Her voice trembled only slightly. But not to worry. The conservatory has already found a superbly qualified replacement. An email will be sent to your parents with details, and you have the audition to focus on, so I don't want anyone wasting a moment in gloom. Understood? Reluctant nods swept the room. All right, then. Monday will be my last class with you. We will make it our best one yet. Now, she waved her hands toward the studio door. Shoo-shoo. A couple of girls left, but many lingered, forming a forlorn circle around Ms. Faraday. I stayed on the outskirts of the circle, and so, I noticed, did Violet. There'd been many times over the years when Ms. Faraday had devoted extra time to me after class, working with me on my form or a particular dance combination. She'd pushed hard, but I'd welcomed the challenge. Now I hoped to thank her in a one-on-one moment. Violet, though, stepped in front of me and threw her arms around Ms. Faraday, her eyes filling. It won't be the same without you, Violet cried dramatically. You'll be fine, my dear. Ms. Faraday patted Violet's hand, then extended her other hand toward me, clasping my fingers with her own knotted ones. You both will. You two have such talent, my swans. Keep sculpting it. She smiled. And I'll be speaking to your new instructor to advise that she put you both on point. Every cell in my body shrieked with excitement. Point. It was the news I'd been hoping for since my 12th birthday, when my pediatrician said my bones were strong enough for it. Going on point meant moving to another level of difficulty, a level where you were taken more seriously, where your dancing matured into something more complex. Now it was going to happen at last. Thank you, Ms. Faraday. That's amazing. I beamed. It is, Malie, Ms. Faraday said, smiling at me fondly. Mother will be so happy, Violet chimed in. She was having a hard time understanding what was taking so long. I stifled my urge to roll my eyes. I knew it was Violet herself, not just her mom, who was antsy about Violet going on point. But if Ms. Faraday saw through Violet's ruse, she didn't point it out. Instead, she said, Remember, you dance for yourselves first, for the love of it. Your audience comes second. We both hugged her, and I got choked up as she pressed her hand to my cheek, whispering, I know you'll make me proud. She turned away quickly, dabbing her eyes with a dainty handkerchief, and I knew it was time to go. Violet and I left the studio and headed into the changing room together. It was empty now, our other classmates having left already. That's so sad about Ms. Faraday leaving, I said, unzipping my dance bag. I used my towel to wipe the sweat off my forehead. Yeah, Violet said with a shrug. But I'm so glad the ballet is Cinderella this year. I've wanted to dance that part since forever. It's like Ms. Faraday chose